Hi, folks. Welcome to FNS Reviews. Welcome to my first ever review where I am including video of myself and not just the product that we're talking about. I am brand new to this, so please forgive me if there's any issues with the video or the audio, especially the video. I've never done it before, just trying to figure things out, and then adding to the fact that I'm colorblind makes it a little hard to make adjustments. So if things don't look natural, please feel free to leave a comment, because that's probably why. Because I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing at this point. But we are here to talk audio more than video anyways, and that is this fella here, which is the PreSonus PD-70 dynamic microphone XLR. I've got it running into a Focusrite Scarlett 2 i2 3rd gen with a Mogami cable, and I'm not doing any EQ, any compression. This is exactly how this microphone sounds straight out of the box. I've had it for a couple years now, and it's as close as I have to a daily driver. I like to switch up microphones. I've got about 12 to 15 here in this little studio that I use for various things. I do a podcast with my teenage son. That's where this audio addiction started from a couple years ago. If you're a wrestling fan, you're probably not, let's be real. But if you are, you can listen to my son and I FNS Wrestling Podcast. You can find that anywhere. So my wife picked up this microphone for me for Christmas a couple years ago. It's retailing right now in Canada, where I live, for about $180. The price seems to have gone up because it was $150 for a really long time. I actually picked it up, or my wife did for me, on sale at $120 because my specialty is budget stuff. I just have become a bit of collector of microphones. So I try to keep it in hand, from getting out of hand. That sounds like it makes more sense, by buying a lot of the cheaper ones. So I've got a bunch I can review. If you like this review, leave me a comment. I'll list some of the microphones I have. So obviously PreSonus did not provide me this. Why would they? Nobody watches my videos. I'm just doing this for a hobby. Any microphone I'm going to review for the next many microphones, maybe forever, will be microphones that I purchased with my own money. So I can say whatever I want. Not that I even think I'm super qualified to be very critical of a microphone, but I'm an average guy who has just gotten into audio stuff, really enjoy it. That being said, I will direct you somewhere else. If you're enjoying this video and you like microphone reviews in general, or audio reviews, I would recommend checking out a friend of mine, Bark, over at Obscure Mics. During my very infancy in recording and podcasting, I would watch his videos and I would send him little basic questions, and he always took the time to reply regardless how simple and silly my questions were. We've actually struck up a pretty good friendship from that time, so feel free to check out his stuff. But I'm rambling a bit, so let's talk about the PD-70. Sitting right here, you're listening to it right now. It's about 3 inches from my mouth, pointed at an angle, just trying to have some technique to avoid plosives. So if I talk directly into the capsule, it's probably going to give you some plosives, a little more plosives, although this mic does a pretty good job of plosive rejection, I found. Just to take this off quickly, bear with me. So you can see it resembles the SM7B quite a bit, but for a fraction of the price, which is what I like. So this may tame a bit of the high ends. You may hear a bit of a tonal difference now that I've taken it off. I just wanted to show you the grill here, that due to my lighting, because I don't know what I'm doing, doesn't really showcase that well, but it looks just like the SM7B. The capsule is a little bit recessed from the end of this, just to give you a little more plosive protection. So let's slide this back on, sorry. Build quality on this thing is amazing. It feels, I hate to use the word all reviewers use, but I don't know what else to use. It feels really robust. It is a very heavy microphone. That being said, I am still running it off of the cheap Neewer boom arms that people tell you won't support a heavy microphone. I hear that all the time in reviews, and I need to upgrade. Never have upgraded from this. Came in the Neewer package. I use every microphone on it, including this thing, which is very heavy. I have no issues with it, so I'm still running off of a very cheap boom arm, and it seems to work just fine. So let's talk about some off-axis rejection on this thing. I'm talking into the front, pointed at the corner of my mouth, so trying to have some decent mic technique to avoid some plosives. If I move around the side, ignore my squeaky chair, this is what it sounds like if I were to talk directly into the side of the microphone. And then swinging around to the back, here I am talking into the back of the microphone. I have found, using this quite a while, that the background rejection is actually pretty good on it. So for example, I'll mimic when I'm podcasting with my son and he says something that I feel the need to fact check or look up. I'll just be gently typing, like trying to type quietly, but there may be a little bit of sound coming through. So I'm doing it right now while I'm talking, and I'll even pause and type. So that's about what you can expect. If you're gaming and you're into it, obviously it's going to be a bit more intense, probably pick up a little more sound than that. But this is the PreSonus PD-70. Just a quick little microphone review as I try to get all of my settings figured out to maybe do more of these in the future. So if you'd like to hear more of these in the future, please send me a comment, ask a question. Some microphones I have that I could review. I've got the ZDM1 from Zoom. I've got the SE Electronics V7, the Blue Encore 100, the Blue Ember. I have the Mackie, a couple Mackies, their budget condenser as well as their budget dynamic. I have obviously a Neewer. I have some MXL. I got the 550, 551, and the 770. So if you would like a specific mic that I already own to be reviewed, please let me know. I'm sure I'll be picking up more in the future. I'm not putting any links to anything down there because this is just a hobby for me, and you know how to use the internet or you couldn't have found this video. So if you like this mic, you can go look it up. My only recommendation would be check out your local music shop or audio shop. Try and support them. I'm not saying I never buy anything off Amazon, because I do, but my first place is always to try and check my local stores to get any audio gear I have. So gonna wrap this up because I'm prone to rambling. If there's any information I missed on this, if there's any improvements you can suggest, obviously first ever video doing this with my own face on it. So let me know how it went, and I will hope to see you back here in the near future. And until then, everybody, take care.